Alright guys, we'll be ready in a minute. We're doing something a little bit different tonight. Mrs. Rattle's going to chill with us for a little bit while we're playing. I don't know if you guys can hear me very well. Damn, this monitor is loud. Like a candle?
Yeah.
Alright, well, we're live. Mrs. Rattle, like I said, is going to be chilling with us for a little bit. I'm trying to look here at how to view chats on my mobile, because the way I had to set everything up, I'm not going to be able to see my screen. So if anybody chats, sorry for you. It kind of sucks because the whole point is to have viewers, and if I'm not responding to you, you're going to be like, this guy's a dick.
I could pull it up on mine.
Which I am a dick. I'm just letting you know. Don't laugh at me, Miss Rattle.
Give me that.
I have more fellas over here that we can lean on, but I also sit on those all day, every day, so they might smell like booty oil.
Yeah, I don't want your ass in my face.
Yeah.
Say it in a minute.
I'm thinking that monitor's a little loud.
As long as I don't hear one of the kids knocking, we're fine. You're sitting on me.
Well, get your me out of the way and I won't sit on it.
Stop turning it down.
Why not? It was at 100. It's loud.
No, you just turned down the screen.
No, I didn't.
Oh. I thought you did the screen. It went darker. Although that background is very nice.
Tis hot in my rooms. Boss said, sir, but you're not a sir.
Sir.
You're a madam. At least I hope you're a madam. I married a madam. Dost thou a madam remain?
There's something seriously wrong with you.
There is something seriously wrong with me, but you're in love with me, so you're stuck with it. You know, we get to have some real fun, because Miss Rattle will actually talk to me and tell me that I suck, so... If you see anybody message, let me know.
Heard.
Though I only have 55% battery, but...
It'll be just fine.
Alright, there's the next part. This is where I left off, guys.
Alright, old Harry Potter.
Old Harry Potter.
No, he's a bit more scruffier looking than
there
Harry
you
in
are.
the face.
He's more badass than
How
Harry.
did you?
And about a foot taller.
Should have made him bald. It'd be more
What?
accurate.
There
Is
wasn't a
this
bald.
place?
I don't know.
And I wasn't bald
But
when I was
found
his
this
age.
floating above that
A few
basin.
years after.
That is
Kind of sounds like Harry Potter, too.
Mm-hmm.
That is a pensive
5th year, he's like,
for
what,
viewing memories.
16?
15, 16.
I wonder.
When I was 16, I had hair
I
as
didn't
long as
think-
yours.
I didn't know you were 16.
Yeah, but when I first met you, I had hair.
Follow my lead.
It was just shaved off because I joined the military.
Yeah, but you were already starting to turn bald.
You're making fun of me.
Hmm?
I blame it on the army. I had gorgeous hair, and then I joined the army, and
Pulling genetics in.
it's not genetics, it's the army. They cut it off, and then they shot a bunch of shots in my ass. Is my head in the way?
Is that
All is in
banging?
place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
You want to stop.
Ow, ow, quit pinching
What
me.
you're seeing. The
See,
glow
this is how grateful
that
she is. I'm over
surrounded
here trying to like rub my
Yes,
booty
sir.
on her leg, and she pinching me, telling me to stop.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they? I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I was right.
Ranrock.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have it.
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we?
I'm not giving you anything.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
But what puzzles me is they're still in Gringotts. They should have no magic. The thieves' downfall.
Any incantations and spells and charms, anything that you could have done to like disguise yourself.
I thought it
It doesn't
neutralized
get rid of
magic
your magic.
altogether.
I know a way out.
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Chats?
Really?
Where are we?
Just me telling you that didn't hurt.
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
What's up, the audio?
Who's better than this than this TV upstairs?
This is smaller.
Probably. Now, I go a little closer to it.
Yeah, but the screen itself is smaller, so everything's going to show up a little different. There's all these little tiny vibrations in the controller with the PS5. The PS4, it only really ever rumbled when there was like something significant going on.
I like it though. Makes the game feel more interactive.
What about the haptic feedback on the right trigger
Oh,
when you're
good.
going to do your magic
We haven't
plays?
missed the sorting ceremony.
How it's harder to pull in.
I'm no expert,
Like,
but
it's not
that
always like
seems
this.
more
Yeah.
appropriate.
Sometimes it's got a little bit of a
Now,
push
I need to
it.
study this locket as soon as I
feel that?
can, but first I must contact the
I don't
ministry.
ever play.
They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you
Mrs.
and me.
Rattle is
Of
not
course,
much of a
sir.
gamer, and this is her
Thank
game.
you.
It's my game, but I can't.
Ready for the
play.
sorting ceremony?
No, she says I'm a bully because I get frustrated.
I'm very bad at gaming, and he gets very upset
Not
because I'm
very.
bad at it. But yes, I would like to play my game again
Phineas,
eventually.
Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem
Enough.
has...
Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you
The Black
sorted
family
this
was just
evening.
full of a bunch of assholes. It's because they were all Slytherins.
Serious.
That's because Sirius was awesome. Sirius is actually probably my favorite character in the whole
Professor
Harry Potter
Weasley.
series.
We've one more to be sorted.
Here's his Luna and Neville.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
But out of the two, while I love Neville, love to this cafe.
All right, here we go. So when Miss Rattle did this, she had to answer all these. Well, it's only 2 questions, but
I think the second question
I
she
downloaded
Bit
my
older than the
Pottermore.
others, aren't you? You come
So,
here
let's
with
see what happens.
preferences and preconceptions, certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. You do not give up easily, do you? You are undaunted by challenges that lie ahead, and your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening. Perhaps you belong in Hufflepuff.
I always wanted to be a Gryffindor.
Better be Hufflepuff.
I should have picked Gryffindor just because.
Still think you should be Slytherin.
Yeah, Miss Rattle says I'm not a Hufflepuff or a Gryffindor, that I'm a Slytherin.
And I'd always been.
Well, it did tell me that I was bordering on Slytherin, but I was a
Oh,
Hufflepuff.
and one more thing.
Ravenclaw.
Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final,
But-
this year's Quidditch season has
Neither
been
one of us are
cancelled.
courageous.
See, this is what bugs me. Being cancelled.
Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
It probably also has something to do with the
said,
fact that I really
I'm
like
sure
the
you will
actor
have
who
plenty
played
to
Sirius.
do before classes begin tomorrow.
I've seen most of his movies. The first movie I ever saw him in was called Fifth Element. He was a bad guy. Zorg.
Quite an entry.
Jean
It's lovely
Baptiste.
to meet you.
Was it
I'm.
Professor Weasley,
Jean
would
Baptiste
you be so
Emmanuel
kind as to show our new
Zorg?
student to their common room?
I shall see to
Seen
it,
that
sir.
movie so many times.
As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As deputy headmistress,
What's
it
up,
is
little
my
brother?
distinct honor to show you to your common room.
It's me
Right this way.
and Mrs. Rattle, Tay, both here together. She's sitting downstairs with me because, you know,
It's quite
technically
uncommon for
this
a
is her
student to
game.
begin
He
as a fifth
commandeered
year.
it.
Might be a bit of work.
It's not that I tried to
but I'm sure
commandeer it,
that's never
it's
stopped you
just
before.
that
It hasn't, Professor.
I kind of commandeered it.
Here we are at the entrance to the Hufflepuff
He's like,
common
oh, I
room.
commandeered it.
This
I was
is
gonna
the
bring the
entrance.
PlayStation back upstairs
I
for
would
you to be
explain
able to
what do,
play,
but I hesitate to do
but
it myself as one
you made a valid
village
point.
monk leads to
This
being
is a time of
doused
night
in
that I would
vinegar.
normally stream, and it's my PS5, and I
tapped
still
the
got the game
two
for
from the
you, but you
bottom,
have a
middle of the
PS4 and you
second
can't
row
really
in the
play it
rhythm
until
of
April, which kind of
Huff,
sucks,
Huff,
but... Hufflepuff.
Well done.
I still think I should have been a
Now go
Gryffindor.
on in and get
I mean, if
ready.
Harry got to
You
freaking
have
vote to be a
big day
Gryffindor,
ahead
I
of
want to
you
be a
tomorrow.
Gryffindor.
I shall be back in the morning to collect you
Good
for
for
your
you.
first
Hufflepuff's
class.
best.
Thank
But
you,
Pottermore
Professor
told me
You're
I'm a
welcome.
Hufflepuff.
I hope you enjoy your first night at
Still
Hogwarts.
think it's
Sleep well.
I still think it's wrong. I took one years ago and it said Gryffindor, but it was not sponsored by the Wizarding World or anything like that. It was just something somebody made. So, you know, Miss Rattle says it doesn't apply. But what was cool is I did
Looks
the
like
whole
everyone's
Pottermore
gone.
thing, right? And
Better head to the common room.
because I did that and I used that to log in, I got to keep the one that I got there and keep the class and everything. But I did that Pottermore thing like before this game was announced. So it's kind of cool that they integrated that into the game. Oh yeah, I forgot. As I found out, I didn't know this, Mrs. Rattle pointed it out, that the Hufflepuff common house or common room is filled with food. There is food everywhere. There are cakes, candies, bunts,
I don't know if it's the same with other houses.
muffins, apples, chocolates. Look, apples everywhere. There's food all over the place. Let's see, where's the rest of the food? Oh, we gotta activate this. Oh, we can't do that yet. Okay.
'Cause you don't have
It's because I don't have the guidebook. So I'm just starting. Mrs. Rattle, I've seen her play about 6 hours of this, but she's a little bit slow, so it's probably about 2 hours a game.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
still at
Is everything alright?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
What's your
Thank you,
wizard
Adelaide.
name?
Be seeing you.
Callus
Of course. And good luck.
Shadowbane? Why is that? Why do I feel like that's a
Oh, I've got
reference
you.
to another
It's
game?
all right.
It is because anytime that I play Elder Scrolls or a lot of different RPGs or stuff like that, I always pick the name Caligula Shadowbane, but Caligula
got
didn't
you.
sound right,
It's
so I
all
went with
right.
Callus.
You're strange.
Why? Look, I am one of those people that when I play an RPG or an adventure, whatever you want to call it, type game, I like to take on the persona of my character.
Little cat.
I want the character to make the choices that I would make for them,
Come on.
which is what I'm doing, but you know, like,
Hope they can catch him. Big castle
You
for
know
a
what I mean?
student to get
Yeah.
lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff,
I still don't think
by
that
the
voice
way.
fits.
Really glad to have you in our house.
It sounds
I'm
like a
Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
80-year-old
Was that your
man.
No,
Yeah.
one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best
Yes,
thing
I
about
do.
coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, Glumbumbles, Bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before.
I would
Dad
like to have a
did
pet
bring
Picket.
home a Puffskein once. Mum was
Picket would be awesome.
furious.
There's a rat on my shoulder all the
Anyway,
time.
I better go make sure the first year's caught
Always
that cat.
getting into stuff he
Don't
shouldn't
want them
be.
to be late on their first day.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
I know I'm not going into some of the other options. Part of that is because I've heard what it has to say, since, you know, she played it before. But also because, like, some of the questions are stuff that I really don't care the answer to. Have you ever had a cat before? I don't care.
There you are. There you
You're an
are.
NPC. It is not pertinent to the game. That is not information that I have time to be wasting on.
She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself. Especially since everyone will
I
be
am
watching
curious
to see how
though,
much
if I'd
you
have
already
picked a
know.
different house, would it be the same characters but in a different house?
Alright.
That's one thing that I'm curious about.
I am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do.
Indeed.
I mean, I kind
4
of
years
am,
of
man.
schoolwork is a
Yeah.
bit
You're 4 years
being that
behind
far
everybody else
behind,
because, like,
I'd feel
so the backstory here is
inadequate.
he's never gone to
course,
Hogwarts, but
presumably
somehow
as a
he knows the
hard-working
professor, and the professor
Hufflepuff,
got him into
You'll
Hogwarts
prove
as a
yourself
5th
in no
year,
time. I'm hardworking too, as you might suspect.
which is unheard
Sometimes I
of.
think
Never
I should
happened.
have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw?
That one I do want
Well,
to ask
my
about.
brothers were. They both work in the ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Yeah, I heard you.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts.
Look, that's
I've
Ron's,
been dreaming
like,
of this day for a long time.
great-great-grandma?
Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one
Maybe.
first day at Hogwarts.
Or
Now, in
great
light of
great
your
something if it's not his
unique
grandma.
situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
So
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career
is
you
she
can have when you leave
his
here. After much discussion with the
head
headmaster
of
and the
house,
Department of Magical
or
Education
is
at the
she
Ministry,
just
we've devised
Vernon?
something
House, and she
extraordinary
was
to
also
ensure your
the
success.
assistant.
I would have figured she would have been a Gryffindor.
Here you are.
Like it was a heritage thing.
Mm-mm.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year.
I don't.
You would be wise to
curves
take
here.
full
It's
advantage
hard to
of
lay
this
on.
exceptionally valuable resource.
Lay on the curve.
Thank
I
you,
need a bigger
Professor.
chair
What
downstairs.
do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Messing with stuff, please.
Oh, that's with anything.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
I'm just doing it because your reactions are very funny.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Revelio.
Simply cast Revelio on it and... Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Don't be getting all sad.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
And so, you know, using those flu powders to get around is not necessary. It's not that kind of game where you have to teleport to different areas. It really is open world. That's just a lot faster. Because this castle is freaking huge.
I'm just kidding.
Hang on, we got to readjust. This chair is not conducive of two adults. It's kind of like big enough for me and maybe one of my kids. But I have the two bigger ones down here. And we're all like piled on top of each other and shit. Trying to give you some more room this time. There you go, sit like that. Ha-cha, that works. I know what Hogsmeade is. I know what the defense against darks are. And I know what charms classes do. So
thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day.
Pretty much makes sense.
You have much to learn.
Hogsmeade's the town nearby.
Your professors have agreed to create additional
and the other two are self-explanatory.
Outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I don't want to lie to her, but I know secrecy is important. But then again, it's Miss Weasley.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig.
I'm not supposed to tell her anything.
Oh? Yes.
He said don't.
You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well,
and it doesn't matter if you pick a guy or a girl in this game. They refer to you as they.
Good boats and carriages to
Very politically correct. You can actually pick to make your person look male, but identify as female.
Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
It's very politically correct. It's very modern.
Chit-chat. I need to get to class myself.
I'm a dude that's a wizard. That's normal. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't say normal. That's...
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable.
Call it old school.
And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
So I have to go to class, and then I can go to Hogsmeade.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Let's learn Levioso first.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
I know that I'll have tons of time to explore in this place, so for now I'm just going to press on to the next mission. Just because I don't have any spells yet. And money's not going to do me very much good for a while, so there's not really a point in looking for chests, but I will. Eventually. And I'm only doing this because I've seen Mrs. Rattle play it. I know that what's coming up and stuff like that. And I know that I'm going to be around these areas for a long time. And there's places I'm not going to be able to get to till later, so I'll just put some of the collection off till
Perhaps
later.
you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
It's Wingardium Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
It didn't come out right. I messed up. I got tongue-tied, okay? Look back up.
Let us
his hair
begin
color a
with
little
the
too
basic
light.
cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, Levioso. Good. Now, the basic. Well done. Very
There's
good.
haptic feedback in the right
best
trigger
way to practice
when
is
you
by
go to
dueling.
cast a
We'll
spell.
start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This lucky.
Nothing lucky about it. You're good.
Leviosa, too. Thank you. Good form.
I know.
Tego. Complicates things. Leviosa, this can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hackett. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you.
Horrible.
I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve
I have
it.
to say,
A
if the
classroom
temptation
duel is one
arises and
thing,
the option is given,
but
I
battling
might
dark
wander to
wizards,
the dark
or
side.
as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows.
I don't know if they give you the option
Understood,
to
Professor.
make
So,
decisions that
I'd
will turn
advise
you
you to
into a
keep
dark
practicing
wizard, but
whenever
they
you
give you
can.
the outfit of a dark wizard
Perhaps
for
Mr.
pre-ordering the
Sallow
game.
has some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
He's on the way.
All right, that's enough spectacle for one day.
I'd hate to face Professor Hackett in a duel.
I wouldn't. Because she'd kick my ass about 3 or 4 times and I'd learn her pattern and fight back.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
You drilled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Thank you, guys. I'm the new kid. I'll be whooping your ass today. Negative. That's what I've got equipped currently. I'd whoop my ass if I saw me wearing that. Oh, oh. Now, for now, the gear is doing pretty much nothing. It's not giving me any stats or boosts or things like that. But it will later on. Well, unlocked a couple things, not much. Quests. Oh, I'm not technically done with it yet. Let's go then.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You
I didn't
won't
mean to
an
be
honest
that
duel when you
straightforward about it. I
You
was just
know,
gonna be like, yeah, I fought a time or two.
You might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested.
There's probably nothing that goes on in that school that the headmaster doesn't know about. I'm a student. Yay! I want to learn this before I go there. Ooh. Turn right.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Wingardium Leviosa. There's a lot of spells in this game that they use shortened things for that, and the other, I mean, like they're using Levioso. Is that the same spell? Or is it a different spell? You're falling asleep, aren't you?
Nope. I don't know why they have it spelled that way.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel.
What do you want?
Does she have one of the headless people's heads?
Maybe. Talking about the ghost that was being chased?
Yeah.
Revelio.
Maybe.
Can't get those.
Yeah, I don't think I can get that one yet, but we're gonna go see real quick. Because I wanted to activate that anyways. Yeah, can't get those yet. But we will.
Revelio.
Oops. Need to use Reparo. I'm looking to get these little flu powder travel things. Is mainly what I'm looking for right now.
I'm not in any of the classrooms.
Oh no, but there's one there. It must be on a floor up or something. Or down.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Here. Behind you. There's an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin?
Yes, we shall.
Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Yeah, but who's her partner?
What's her name?
Akio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of
Here's the
fresh
tell.
air. After me.
Mrs. Rattle got pretty much perfect score. She got 2 perfect scores, and no, 2 or 3 perfect scores, and then one your first time doing it that you fell short a couple times. When you were first, yeah, when that first practice
I've
round.
always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your... Splendid! Now, not
Too much.
Very good. Excellent control there. Happens to the best of us. Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss
I didn't do so
would
hot,
you care
and I
to
still
give
got
our new
points.
student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
She first?
Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Oh, it's not letting me log on. It did last time.
That's it. Watch this. There we go. Brilliant. Here we go. Phew.
Accio.
Stop!
A perfect score. Remarkable.
That was close.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
All the other kids are sitting around going, man, this is boring.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. That is how it's done. Not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Damn it. Damn it.
Don't lose your composure.
Didn't she get all 40s with you? Ah, shit. All lost.
Here we go.
I wonder.
I know everyone is watching, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Nah.
Well
I was trying to see if it'll let me knock hers off. That sucks. Well, she beat me. And Mrs. Rattle beat me too.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Good job.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you.
That was like a very nice way of saying get your shit and get out.
Took weeks for
Gather
me
your
to get
things on the way
anything
out.
right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
The average to the 2 years.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing. Besides, Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectations.
Got a seat change.
Well,
hold tight.
An outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Alright, I'm back. Sorta. And alright. Give me just 1 second. I need to turn the volume back off on this monitor. Switch it back over to my headset. There we go. Do a bit of exploring. Just a bit. I'm kicking over all the books as I go.
You're the new student, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm going this way. I'm not talking to you.
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
I've been here the whole time. You haven't seen me? What's wrong with you?
Meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
It could be better.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Sure you can. First thing you do is get a Felix Felicius potion.
Anyone in the wisdom world could outdo the best a muggle has to offer any day. Do you ever wish you could ride a hippogriff?
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion.
Alright, these are funny to figure out. But after you figure them out, they're not that hard.
No, it wasn't.
Alright. So, basically, 3 and 0 is 3. Takes 2 to make 5. What you gotta do, though, is figure out which one of these is which. And you ultimately find something that tells you this. But, interestingly, I searched it the second day the game was out, because we couldn't figure it out. And there was already an answer posted. But, so what you're going to look at is, that one down there in the bottom is 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But they're not always in order like that. Sometimes they're scrambled up. I've never seen one that was actually in full order like that, actually. But anyways. So, then 2 is going to be that one. So it's the thing with the 2 horns. So you roll these, 2. Alright, that down there is 4. And the unicorn, which has 1 horn, so it's a 1, is 5. And to get from 5 to 12, you have 7. So 7 is going to be, that is the 6, the lizard. 7 is this one. I can't figure out what that is or why it's a 7. I was thinking maybe like an octopus, but octopus has 8. I don't know what that's supposed to be that is going to mean 7. But now there it is. You select that. Oh shit. Ah! It was the goat thing. I was looking for the unicorn for some reason.
Revelio.
And Bob's your uncle. We're in. Can't go that way yet.
Did you get your Whiskeroo from Pippin?
With the big lock on the door. So you can use Accio to grab stuff. I don't feel like playing with the cat.
Of course it is. She's right.
Now I want to go do that. It's pretty cool looking gloves. Doesn't really do anything for me though. Why are they? Don't really like wearing the hat. Makes me look like a PI or a reporter, but it gives me a boost, so
Lumos.
I know I just saw this tapestry somewhere. Was it that one?
Revelio. Lumos.
You don't find out what you're supposed to do with these till later, but
Off on another adventure, are we?
I've seen Mrs. Rattle do it, so.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from a fight.
Lumos. Revelio.
I thought the ghosts were supposed to be like see-through. Since when are they in color?
I can plunge the boy's lavatory.
These peas will make me late. He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp. Sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms. So I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon.
Revelio.
To draw up a card.
There can't be more than one Jeeves.
Lumos. Accio.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Levioso.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all.
Rule 1 about dueling, or was it crossing wands? Dueling wands?
Interested?
I forgot what he called it. Crossed wands.
Of course. Dueling's
Don't
an
talk about
entertaining
crossed
pastime.
wands, that's what I was trying to go for.
agree.
That came out
Besides,
horrible.
In crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
Here we go, my first duel.
We'll make you regret signing up.
Leviosa. Accio.
Don't shy away now.
Protego.
Leviosa. Expulso. You're better than that.
Expulso!
Leviosa. Accio. There goes my way.
Wait a second, I hit the potion, didn't I?
That looks painful. Care to try another round?
Yes.
Is it up or down the hills?
Brilliant!
I thought it was up. Is it down?
Protego. Accio.
Expulso!
Act like a winner.
Leviosa.
Bindo.
Protego.
I don't know why that was so difficult.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant.
You're damn right, buddy.
I shall.
I'll be the best damn wizard ever.
These duels,
You know why? Because I'm not really a wizard. I'm a Jedi.
Something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Ones victory. Well fought.
Which, interestingly enough, before this I did just start Jedi Fallen Order, which is a good game, and I do want to go back to that. Like, a lot. It moved. It's teasing me. And I can't go out there.
What are you up to now?
It's only 171 meters, but... Whoa, is that somebody to talk to?
I feel sorry for your next opponent.
Leave me be.
Revelio.
Oops. And see, this school is pretty freaking huge. You don't really take, you don't really think about it looking at it in a map like this. But it literally is like the staircase is going around. Like this is, what, about 5 floors? It's huge.
Revelio.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en
Yep,
route.
and she'll probably get me in less trouble than the other guy. I think he was the
Best to
Slytherin.
avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Revelio. Revelio.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Accio! Got it. Revelio. A flying page must be around here somewhere.
If only a new student would help.
Revelio. Brilliant.
Help me.
Revelio.
Was it? There was only 2?
I trust the preliminary tasks.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Reparo.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
Revelio.
She put a bow couple under my bed. I know it.
Revelio.
Oh, someone else nimble. Stinks that everywhere.
Was that 2?
Lumos. Hello, Lenora. What are you looking at?
Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some...
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
Lumos.
Do come and find me if you stumble on...
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby. Revelio.
I think it's rather...
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Let's get you back to your frame, little moth. Ha! I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame. Honora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen...
Alright. Top one is... Must be no, that's a 2, yeah. So it's 13. That leaves what, 8? And that's a spider. Shit. And 5 and 9 is 3. 3 is the snake. The 3-headed snake. I know it was around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Thomas Brown knows more about books than anyone.
I adore the Hamlet's nil.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Rather dull in the
I adore decorating.
Revelio.
All of my...
Wrong way.
Revelio.
Alright, let's go to Hogsmeade.
Revelio. Accio.
This school is
Revelio.
so freaking big.
Why would Helga... You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
I suspect most Slytherins would prefer not to be in a dungeon.
Hello, looking for me?
I was trying to listen to what they were saying, but yeah, let's go.
I hope I haven't kept you waiting long.
Not at all. Professor Weasley tells me that you need to go to Hogsmeade. You must be eager to have your own things again. And to see the village.
I've been looking forward to it.
Good. Shall we set off? I intend to give you a first-rate Hogsmeade experience. I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to accompany you.
Really?
Yes, I had planned to extend an invitation to you myself. I thought you might enjoy a butterbeer in the village. The timing of Professor
See,
Weasley's
it's
hour
all
was
open
perfect.
world. So far as I know.
I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air after being cooped up in ancient ruins. Grave mistake to take it as an elective class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that you take it. Hogsmeade is beautiful this time of year. Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas, but that's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Not much for the cold, are you?
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much, but it has taken some getting used to. I did not grow up around snow. Oh, wait, over here. I often spot lacewing flies in this area.
Oh? What's so special about them?
They are interesting to look at, but if you stew them, you can also use them in potion making. Look, from the Forbidden Forest. Hippogriffs. I wonder if something startled them. I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Prance, Hoof, and Sugarfoot.
That's the Forbidden Forest on the left. It's off limits to students, as the name implies.
Why is it off limits?
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think that calling it forbidden only makes it more alluring. Ah, there's Hogsmeade over the crest. Past that ruin.
Had to make sure I had the little quick travel thing activated.
I would spend all of my time exploring if I could.
I confess, I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're relatively new here.
She said that? She knows more about me than
See,
I
the
had thought.
Thestrals, you're not supposed to be able to see those,
Well, I certainly
but
learned a
he
great
witnessed a
deal in
death at the
class.
beginning of the game,
Much can be
and now
gained
he can see them.
outside of the castle walls.
Oh, well, I've never looked at this map before. So this is the map. And I have just traveled that far. So maybe not a huge map, but it's pretty damn big.
How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange. Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
I'm getting used to things. What about you? Do you finally feel settled?
I still miss my homeland, but it is beautiful here too. And getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too.
That sucks. She can wait. I wanted to explore.
Mr. Moon! Caretaker. Looks a bit worse for
Revelio.
Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new fifth year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Miss Onai. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Jemmy guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Poor Mr. Moon. A demiguise. I think he had too much fun in the village. I will say that I have never seen him in such a state. Nearly there. There is much to see outside of the castle walls, not just Hogsmeade. I am happy to explore whenever you'd like. Rumors being what they are about goblins and such, it might be nice to have a friend with you.
I'll keep that in mind, Natty. Thank you. Revelio.
And here we are. It is hard to know where to start. The Three Broomsticks is the place for butterbeer. And you can get any sweet you can imagine at Honeydukes. I could not choose a favorite shop here. It changes with every visit. I can tell you that you are certain to find everything you need in Hogsmeade. Professor Weasley said that you need to get potion recipes, spellcrafts, some seeds, and...
A new wand.
Of course! You will enjoy Mr. Ollivander, and I am keen to see what you will do with a wand of your own. You should be able to collect everything you need and still have time to explore a little as well. Experience Hogsmeade at your own pace. We can meet up in the town circle when you are finished.
Sorry, I had to sneeze. I just muted the mic for a minute.
Enjoy yourself. I will see you soon.
Alright, just because it's, you know, freaking Ollivander, I'm gonna go to Ollivander's first. And then I think I'm just gonna save it and call it a night, because I do have to work tomorrow.
Merlin's blooming beard, not again.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do.
It's not my wand.
Give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear.
Not my wand.
Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
I mean, that's my horn, or my wand as per Pottermore. So, I probably don't want to change it.
Curious indeed. How intriguing.
Okay, so I still got to decide. I guess I'm not going to change anything.
Curious indeed. How intriguing. Curious indeed.
I think I like that one. Right there. I'm not going to change anything else. That's the one that Pottermore said I should have, so that's the one I'm going to have.
What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
So in this game, you can start out whatever you want and answer some questions, and I think you can choose what house you want to be in. And I know you can, like,
just as you learn from it.
build a wand.
Indeed.
But if you want to be
Treat
super
it
nerdy,
well, and you shall find
go
no more
to
dependable a wand than one with
pottermore.com
a unicorn hair
and
core.
take the quiz
And
to
the
see which
bond
class you
between
belong
and
to.
your wand should only
And
grow
then
stronger.
it'll give you a
Do not be
wand type
surprised
and
at
all of
your
that
new
stuff.
wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it.
You also
Do come
find out
and
what
see
type
me
of
again
Patronus you
if
have, but
ever
I'm
I
not
can
sure
be
if that
of
plays
further
into the game.
assistance.
Damn it. It's got better stats. So we're gonna go ahead and call it. Y'all have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good whatever you decide to do. But as always, God bless. It might take me another second. All right.